We're going to Vietnam! Vietnam!
Rather than flying straight home to Vancouver after our 3 weeks in Nepal, we decided to stop in Vietnam, as neither of us had been there, and we were looking forward to some hot weather after the cold trek to Everest Base Camp. Nestled in Southeast Asia, Vietnam is a country of contrasts, offering a unique blend of ancient traditions and modern experiences. With a small budget and only a week to explore as much as we could of this beautiful place, we decided to fly into Hanoi and out of Da Nang, renting a motorcycle in between to explore some areas we wouldn't have been able to see otherwise.
Just going to pick up our bike. A 5-day bike trip's about to start.
Red style motorbikes in Hanoi.
It's ours.
Yeah.
Exciting. Say it's only a 300, but she looks a little bigger than a 300. Double XL is right.
I look like a bobblehead.
Helmets, check.
Helmets check.
First test run?
First test run.
Just putting a pin in for Vancouver.
Yeah.
Thank you, my friend.
Thanks.
Okay, have a nice day.
Bye.
Scarf this down and head out before it gets hot.
We jumped on the Green Hornet, our rented motorcycle, and left the busy streets of Hanoi in hopes of finding the original ferry route to Cat Ba Island that locals and those in the know used to sneak a peek at the remote area of the UNESCO World Heritage Site, Halong Bay, for way less than what tourists charge. From there, we planned to explore the serene beauty of Ninh Binh and also try to find a quiet art town that we had heard about that still makes traditional Vietnamese stamp paintings. We had a lot to pack in on the 600-kilometer trip and only 5 days to do it. Of course, it was not all smooth riding along the way. Torrential rain and bike troubles added to the story, but everything was worth it for the moments of magic we experienced, including winding roads filled with butterflies, delicious food, and epic sunsets. Yeah? Good? Okay, thank you.
Wow.
Good.
Ming Chok.
Minh Chó.
Min Chok.
Minh Chó.
Min Chok.
Ming Chua.
Apparently we're the entertainment at the gas station. We don't know what's going on. We ate some sour apple stuff.
With like some kind of pepper or something on
It's
it.
good though.
Yeah.
Salty.
Ming Chua.
We're at the ferry terminal. Oh, how long did this take us? 3 hours, 150K. So it cost us 140, so like $7.
Yeah.
$7 for 2 people on the bike.
Yeah.
Oh, your face is black. Look at this. Look at, she got the unibrow. She got a unibrow. Look at that unibrow.
Yeah, because look at the helmet.
Look at the unibrow.
Without too much trouble, we were able to find the Tuan Chau ferry that runs from Tuan Chau Island in the north to Cat Ba Island. This ferry is longer than the faster and shorter ferry that people typically take from Haiphong. However, it offers a much more scenic journey. For roughly $7 Canadian, well, that's what we paid for 2 people and a motorcycle, you can experience the landscapes of Halong Bay, a UNESCO World Heritage Site, having the opportunity to soak in the breathtaking beauty of the limestone karsts and emerald waters, and for a whole lot less than the junk boat cruises that sail through the same waters. We made it to Cat Ba.
Today we rode, I don't know, like 3 hours, a couple 100K, and like, I don't know, we left early and it was still really hot. So we hit the second pool of our hotel, decided to get ourselves a margarita. It's way too hot, but one of the nicest rides I've ever done. Definitely worth the trip, but we're gonna relax, recoup. Tomorrow just hit some caves and some other stuff. That's all right.
Yeah. Cheers.
Dos margaritas.
After enjoying our margaritas by the pool, we jumped back on the bike and headed toward Cannon Fort to watch the sunset. Along the way, we noticed a hike up to the old radio tower and decided to explore that area instead, rather than paying the entrance fee for Cannon Fort. The sunset was amazing, and Zach even climbed up the radio tower to get in some extra views. Despite me wanting to climb up to the first ledge and watch the sunset there, he just got me to film, blaming my fear of heights. But really, I think it's because he's a little scared of heights too. After sunset, we went down to the docks where we picked out freshly caught seafood from the tanks and enjoyed some beer and a seafood feast for next to nothing.
We got crabs and beer.
I never drink beer, but I'm drinking beer now when in Rome. It's good. The morning of day 2, we woke up to a beautiful sunrise, got a quick workout in, and pigged out on the hotel's epic breakfast buffet. We then jumped back on the bike and headed out to explore the island.
Oh.
Always in for an adventure.
Look at these beautiful flowers. The old green hornets intact. Day 2 on her. But we made it inside our first stop for today.
Yeah, we're in Katba National Park.
Oh.
This is where we could do the 8-kilometer hike to Viet Hai fishing village. It's in the middle of the island, sort of in this lake kind of area. And you have to hike through the jungle to get there. But it's 8 kilometers in and 8 kilometers out. And Zach's being a little bit of a wimpy poo.
Yeah, we'll see that in about 15 minutes when we start actually hiking anywhere. We'll see who's being the wimpy poo.
It won't be me.
Definitely pouring sweat already. Let's go check it out though.
Nigim Cam.
Well, you see what I deal with? This is what I deal with.
You love it.
Up we go.
An introduction for visitors to some of the wonders of the special park. Its animals, its plants life, diverse habitats, and great panoramic views.
We're only a few minutes in. I'm pouring sweat.
I could do the 9 kilometer.
You could maybe do the 9 kilometers, but
Not with you.
not with me. How sweaty are you?
Pretty sweaty.
I'm pouring sweat.
This is not a 9 kilometer hike.
Yeah. She wanted to do the 9 kilometer hike. We would have turned into little puddles. Find her stickers. Win a prize. Oh. That's a pretty good view. Yeah. No running down to danger.
After our hike, we explored 2 of the popular caves on the island, Trung Trang Cave and Hospital Cave, which was used as a hospital and shelter for people during the Vietnam War. Now, what does this one look like?
Pretty tight in here. Gotta crouch down. Well, Danielle doesn't have to crouch down.
Barely. You probably walk through it.
Walking on a winter wonderland. Boo! Stop playing with the butterflies and get on the bike.
Hospital Cave.
It's literally 6 a.m. Why are these people all at the beach at 6 a.m.?
The 6 a.m. gathering at the beach had us up extra early, which worked out well as we had a 180-kilometer ride from Katba to Ninh Binh ahead of us.
Get on, biker mama.
In the spirit of always exploring new places, we opted to take the other, faster ferry from Cat Ba to Haiphong when leaving the island. It's a lot shorter, so it helped us cut back on our travel time to Ninh Binh.
These guys got everything in their bikes. This guy's got his whole bubbler system and like crab. His whole catch of the day's in there. This guy's got all his meat on his. This is life on a Vietnamese ferry right now. The old crew's drying their laundry. Drying their laundry and growing some plants. They're growing, look at them, they got little tomatoes in there. Little fresh tomato on board, why not? Oh, here comes the ferry the other way. She looks safe. Totally safe.
Shortly after getting off the ferry, we ran into some bike trouble. Something's stuck.
My clutch cable, my clutch is not going out all the way. See, it's staying stuck in, so either the clutch cable's stretched a little too much, or she's just needs some lube. But she's staying stuck in most of the time. I'm gonna play with it and see if we can figure her out. Old Swiss Army knife came in handy a bit, but she's still pretty sticky. Still pretty sticky. We're gonna have to try and find someone. I try to adjust her as best I could. Swiss Army knife. Off to a mechanic.
Hello. Zach is pretty handy, but with no tools, he couldn't fix the bike and we had to find a mechanic. Thankfully, there was one just up the road, and with the help of Style Motorbikes, our bike rental company, we were able to translate back and forth and get the problem fixed quickly and painlessly.
Clutch fixed. Thank you, thank you. Day 3, bike problem solved.
Bye! Because of the extreme heat and desire to not get burnt by the sun, Zach had been on the hunt all day as we drove by so many little shops for a long sleeve shirt to protect him.
Polka dot shirt. Really loving this one as we passed by. There was no luck.
No luck at this one. We need to hit the next one. We need long sleeve, long sleeve. We only had short sleeve.
Well, we found a shirt. Razzler. Cruise liner.
Skipper.
Skipper.
We're ready.
That's a great shirt.
Yeah, we're back on the road. Four hours on the road. 4 hours on the road, we're gonna try.
We kept passing juice stands and finally decided to stop in for some cold cane juice at one of them since we had been on the road for most of the day. It did not disappoint.
Perfect. Sure, thank you. Delicious. You guys want to party?
After almost 5 hours of riding, we finally made it to Ninh Binh and the Green Mountain Homestay, our home for the next 2 nights.
We're walking up to our room through this beautiful little garden. We have our own little cabin here with breakfast every morning, and it's only $30 a night. Look how cute this is. It's like a little bamboo room.
She's biting my toes.
Zach and I made friends with this cute little puppy who followed us all around the property that night until he passed out. That evening, we explored a traditional wet market in town, where locals go to purchase fresh produce, meat, fish, and even live animals.
You got whatever that is, a rat. Buy yourself a cock.
Or a duck.
Oh yeah.
Oh, great.
Day 4 bike trip, breakfast.
Breakfast.
I got some yogurt with what looks like pineapple, mango, watermelon, and dragon fruit in it.
Zach got
poached eggs with some
Fresh vegetables. These
fresh
are
vegetables and fresh bread.
fresh bread. I like my fresh vegetables. The white sauce is gonna be my favorite probably.
Out for another adventure.
Day 4.
Day 4.
Where are we going today?
We're gonna go to the Trang An Grottoes boat tour. We don't know if we're gonna pick tour number 1 or tour number 3 yet. Number 1 has the most caves. Number 3 has the longest cave, 1 kilometer long. But yeah, we'll see when we get there. We'll look at the maps. Yeah.
We chose what?
Route number 1.
Route number 1. Route number 1.
9 caves, 3 temples.
9 caves, 3 temples. Yeah, there you go.
Okay.
Ladies first. We met a new friend.
Megan.
From Maryland. Here we go. 9 caves, 3 hours.
Oh yeah. Are they koi fish? They are.
No.
Some of these look like koi fish or giant.
Oh yeah, there's koi fish in there. Wow. So there's not really any signs telling us where to go or not to go.
We spent the next few hours exploring Trang An, the temples, and the caves. We even got the chance to race against fellow tourers and picked up some new paddling techniques. After the tour, we stopped at a local banh mi shop for lunch, and then headed off to Bich Dong Pagoda, where we found a secret hidden valley.
Well, we got told we had to park in here. First, it was 20,000. Now it's 10,000 because we bargained. But now it's very difficult to park it here.
Okay, Jose? Okay, Jose. Thank you. We're at whatever cave.
Bich Dong Pagoda.
Bich Dong Pagoda.
Pagoda.
There's bats in here. There's definitely bats in here. We walked into some cool little like garden valley.
Yeah.
Check it out. It's pretty beautiful.
In true Guides to Adventure fashion, and with daylight fading, we hopped on the Green Hornet and headed off to Mua Caves and the Lying Dragon Mountain for one last adventure of the day.
Dong Hong Ho, the Tiger Cave. It's because there's a tiger inside.
Oh, you can't go in any of these caves because they're flooded out. The Pearl Cave was flooded too. This one has a big tire in the middle of it.
Yeah.
It's not really a tire, but it's like a water.
I think the thunderstorms last night flooded out all the caves.
Yeah.
Or a lot of them anyway. So, Tiger Cave's a bust. Lying Tiger?
Yeah.
Or Lying Dragon?
Lying Dragon.
I don't think we can get any sweatier. Oh yeah.
Pretty sweaty.
We made it to the top of the Lying Dragon Mountain just in time to catch the last bit of light before sunset and get in some of the best views of our trip.
So we're kind of in the middle of, we called it Duck Hell.
Last night, yeah, but this is like the food market. People come here and get fresh vegetables, fish, meat, live ducks.
Live ducks. We were kind of grossed out last night a bit, so we didn't say much because we were a little bit in shock. Oh, she got in trouble. Oh, God. Yeah, so here we are for a second try. We'll see what's happened. Lots of fresh fish, fruits and vegetables. It looks like leeches or something. And those guys are all going to the slaughter. They're all going to the slaughter. Just pick them up and throw them in your thing. It's funny that they don't really fight back or anything. They just kind of accept it. Same with those guys there. It's almost like they're accepting their death. More meat. Oh, chicken heads.
Oh, I just got sprayed with it.
Bananas and more fresh vegetables. It's the real night market.
It sure is.
Get whatever you want. We're gonna try spring roll on the market.
Thank you.
Yeah.
Okay, give it a try.
Really good. Ooh, very good.
Smell it first.
Yeah.
Really good. Thank you.
Thank you.
After walking through the night market, we stumbled upon a small restaurant that is well known for its beef noodle broth and enjoyed 2 bowls of pho with the super nice owner who was pretty fascinated with the Green Hornet.
Day 5 bike trip.
Day 5 bike trip. We were going to leave a day early to get back to check out some art in a nearby town to Hanoi and then go to Hanoi so we weren't rushed to catch our flight to Da Nang tomorrow. We were about to leave, but our plans have been thwarted by the weather.
Yeah, it's a little rainy, but we're hoping that
It doesn't last very long.
waited out the rain. We're headed to the art town, whatever it's called. A couple hours. We're ready.
Yeah.
Get up.
The day's weather didn't deter us or bother us too much, as it was still really hot, although the rain did get torrential at times.
Rain hasn't stopped.
Oh, just gotten worse. We're thoroughly soaked.
Very,
Like a shower.
very.
Our hands look like raisins.
That's how rainy it is. You know it's rainy and wet when your hands turn into little raisins. But it stopped raining now. Thank you. And we're probably about halfway into our trip, but our ride for the day.
We're soaked.
But it doesn't even look like we're wet because we're so wet. Green Hornet's holding up.
The rain finally stopped as we reached Lang Trang Dong Ho, the small village that we had hoped to find where they still produce traditional Vietnamese paintings. The town felt pretty closed up, but we were lucky enough to stumble upon the property of one of the original producers of these famous paintings.
They stamp all these art. It's like they paint the stamp and then they put it on, right? Yeah. Looks pretty cool. There's a million stamps though. They're carving and making the stamps right here. And then here's a whole bunch of drawings that he started. Yeah, but super cool. So we'll have to look around and pick out some good ones.
With the help of Google Translate, which isn't always accurate by the way, we were able to purchase some amazing original pieces.
Getting the official seal. Making the paintings step by step. It takes a process to make them. Amazing. Super cool.
Yeah, very cool. Zach didn't tell me that my eyes were covered in black from driving in the rainstorm. It looked like I had 2 raccoon eyes. I've been talking to everybody at the painting place and on video, and then I go pee and my eyes are like completely black. I looked like a crazy person. He didn't tell me because he figures that I didn't have anywhere to wipe it off anyway, but could have gone to the bathroom earlier. After lunch, we headed back to Hanoi, cleaned up, and returned the bike.
Yeah.
We made it! Back from our bike trip.
Yeah. Freshened up, turned the bike. 5 days on the road. We hit pretty much every weather you can hit. Sun, rain, wind, dirt, mud. Beautiful sunshines, beautiful oceans. I don't know, I think we did maybe around 600K. I have to double check. Kind of did a loop through which town?
So we went from Hanoi to Cat Ba Island through Tuan Chau. So we took the ferry in the north. And then we were on Cat Ba for a while. We took the ferry, the other ferry from Cat Ba to Haiphong. And then we drove to Ninh Binh and explored around there for a little while. And then we rode up to a town called Dong Ho where they do the traditional paintings, and then back to Hanoi.
Yeah, great trip overall. Done and done. Now we're relax, rejuvenate, and then head to
Hoi An.
Hoi An and finish our trip. But I think that's pretty much us for this trip. Yeah,
No, maybe we'll have some stuff in Hoi An.
maybe. On to the next adventure.